Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the Retro Rides Weekender at the Goodwood Motor Circuit in West Sussex. As you can see, we've got plenty of variety of cars here on the track. We've got a plane just setting off over there. Looks all rather nice. Let's go and check it all out. There is a lot of variety here, so let's just sort of try and work our way through as methodically as possible. Not that it's going to be that possible, but we're currently at turn 1 on the Goodwood Motor Circuit, and this is how far the track selection of vehicles for individual display has come. The first vehicle we're going to look at then is this lovely Jaguar E-Type, and it's a 4-seat one as well, which is rather interesting. You don't see many of these around. Look at that interior, it's still lovely though. Admittedly, the paintwork on this one isn't in the best condition, but that's what Retro Rides is good at. It brings people out with the car they've got, in no matter what condition it's in. As you can see, this one appears to have been blue underneath all this lovely red paint, so yeah, rather nice. I think it's nice to see it's all humble. It's not trying to be flashy and showy, it's just, it is what it is. That's rather nice. Next to the gorgeous E-Type, we have this Polo CL on a J-Reg, the coupe version. Well, it still does look rather hatchbacky, but either way, rather nice condition. I do love the seats in this one. The pattern on them is gorgeous, look at that. Got this BMW next to it. E-Reg, so later 80s. Looks like the rear headrests fold down backwards as well, so you can either have headrests or not. The choice is yours. Also, sunroof action. Manual electric windows. Ooh. It's rather nice. Do like the look of these actually. Over on this side, Ford 100 pickup truck, because America. Another BMW, slammed. The thing is, I can't really spend too much time going into detail about these cars because there's just too many to cover. If I was doing a full detail video, I'd be doing a full sort of review or walk around kind of video, but there we go. Another slammed car. It's a Honda Legend V6 2.7 injection. Not can't you see that many of in the UK again either. Leather seats on the interior. What looks to be an automatic gearbox and plenty of switches, so I imagine this is on like air ride suspension, so you can just raise it up and slam it down like it currently is. Great for the shows. E30 BMW Tourer, that looks rather nice. Do like the look of it, and it has passed its noise test as well. It's got a Sparco seat for the driver. Why wouldn't you? Sparco's a good brand, I like Sparco. And a Retro Ride sticker in the window. That's rather good. Next to this BMW, you've got a rather familiar face. My Renault Mégane Classic, representing Rusty Arch Crew. Hopefully not for too much longer, but we'll just see how things go. Also repping Retro Rides in the window, as you can see. There we go. This is actually its first official show where it's being shown as an exhibit rather than something that's just sort of happened to be there and let into a show, or if it's just parked up in a car park. But I feel like a very proud dad right at this minute. So there we go, that is exhibiting at a show, and its very first show really. That's rather nice. Over on this side, C-Reg Toyota Starlet. Very boxy shape on this one. Got a little card under the mirror, the wiper. Losing my mind already, and the day hasn't really even started. 5-speed gearbox, it's rather cool. Do you like the shape of these? They look rather nice. GL spec. Next to it, what looks to be a sort of Dakar type Volkswagen Beetle. It's probably not built for the Dakar, it's probably just built to look exactly like that. Obviously obligatory rust style on it, which is quite nice. Little antenna for a CB radio. Tiny little motorcycle type indicators on it. That's quite cool. Those are little lights. Big wheels. Very good for going off-roading. Toyota Celica Gt4 Rc version. Oh. You don't see many of these because these are of course the cars built to allow Toyota Celica to go rallying back in the 90s, maybe slightly late 80s, a bit before my time. Either way, I love the pop-up headlights, these are cool. And a little sort of carbon touch on it as well. Nice. Nice old BMW here, made in Bavaria, as you can see. It's a 1.6 litre this one. Not quite the same as its much more beastie 2002 cousin or sibling or whatever it may be in the family line, but either way, still a very nice looking car. Next to it though, I'm pretty sure we've seen this car before at Festival Italia last year, but this is the Lancia Delta, not an Integrale version. This one's just the LX, but my god does it look lovely. It's kept in really nice condition. The seats look all original, nice and clean. Looks good. I approve. Mid-90s BMW next to it. This looks rather nice. I love the paint colour on this actually. 5 Series it would seem. It's a nice looking car, this one. Located on this side of the track next to my Mégane, you've got a lovely little Mazda Mx5 with a ducktail type of spoiler. Little chrome handbrake lever. Something different. And next to it, a TVR Tuscan with the rear window missing. I like how the little brake lights are integrated up there. That's quite nice. This one produces about 325-ish horsepower, which is quite a lot in a car that's not very heavy, to say the least. Always rather like the looks of the TVR Tuscan. Don't know what it is about them, they just appeal. Just wide passes me. Lovely little Mini. Everyone loves a Mini. Sounds nice. And it had a little sticker on the window that said, "In rust we trust." That's something we can all believe in, apparently. Ford F100 pickup. Another E30 BMW. VW Golf GTI Mark 1. This looks tasty. Especially with black and the red grille surround. The P-style alloys, of course. Classic Volkswagen thing with those. Oh, I like the steering wheel, actually. That looks very nice. Let's have a look around the back. Oh, this one's just nice and clean. I rather like it. Next to the Golf, Fiat Cinquecento Sporting. So like the Seicento Sporting, should be made quite familiar to viewers of the Miller Corner YouTube channel, but only a tiny bit older and a bit more boxy. This looks cool. I quite like the wheels on it, to be honest. Compromotive Sports, 16-inch. Very nice. Interior on it. Very yellow carpet. I like the seats though, they look cool. Back to this side, nice little Austin. I like the little Austin wing on the bonnet, that's quite nice. It's that little thing there. The BMW, MG midget. God, these things are really tiny, aren't they? Quick look, wood rim steering wheel for the win. Nice little MG logo on the gear knob. Square rear number plate, BMW 2002. It says M2 on the back, I'm not sure that's original. A little flick switch that says on and off, and horn. I imagine the on-off switch is made for the ignition of this. I don't know, it's not my car, and people tend to do custom things to their cars, so yeah, who knows. Also, currently not dancing this little thing on the dashboard. I do like the massive splitter on the front, that's quite cool. Nice little cars, always like these. And next to it, almost immaculate version, but more basic. I love the metallic green on this though. I think cars always look good in a darker metallic green. Especially classic ones when they've got chrome and all that to offset it. Nice little 2002. I do like these rear lights. It kind of reminds me of the Ford Cortina. Some more 2002s. Orange. Quite a few cars in orange actually. In my view, orange is the best car colour in the world. You can disagree if you want, but that's my view on it. Before we come back and have a look at these, little Suzuki K car, 1995. Suzuki Alto on this side. Little key car from Japan. This is rather sweet. It's very small. I know key cars generally are quite small anyway, but yeah, this one's definitely one of the smaller ones. Another Cortina. Later one, Cologne V6. Quite a bit of rust on this one. Scrappy Scheme Survivor. This is the Taunus version. Not necessarily sold as the Taunus in the UK, but in Germany it was. Pretty sure we've seen this one as well at a previous Wilton house meet. Cortina Estate. Here's another Cortina with spotlight on the front. This one is a two-door version. That's different. Don't see many of those. I know you don't see many of these Cortinas these days anyway, but two-door version even less. Ah, the Datsun Z 240, I believe these ones are. Oh, let's have a quick look under the bonnet of this one. Pink, interesting choice. Not sure pink's the colour I'd go, but it does look quite good under there, I'll give you that. Little strut brace as well. Say goodbye to the Mustang just over there, behind all these people. Just before we leave this area though, look at the sort of goldy brown colour of the bonnet on this. A little white pinstriping as well. This is lovely. This particular one on my left is for sale, so this could be yours. KHT, that's just caught my eye. My mum's Fiat Panda had that KHT plate, not that specific one, but yeah. Anyway, little Toyota here, not quite sure what model this one is. I need to have a quick look. I noticed all the Japanese cars along here have got that Yakushi little card on it. Carina? Yes, it's a Toyota Carina XL. Rear wiper action, little Japanese rising sun. That's quite nice. Obviously more Datsuns. Oh, a little 5-door Toyota with blue silicon hosing. I very much approve of the blue silicon hosing. This is rather nice. Tastefully done. Ah, an earlier Starlet 5-speed, as it so proudly tells you. It's a GL spec. Goodbye Austin, Cambridge. Toyota Levin. Very good little drift cars these. Rear wheel drive of course. Very lovely interior. I like the gear knob, very sparkly on this one. Beautiful colour as well. Players of the GTA games will recognise this as the Futo, but obviously that's a saloon version. A multicoloured BMW in matte painting. Ooh. That little Toyota sounds mean. But yeah, matte browny, greeny, grey, whatever you may want to call this one. Matte black. Oh. Very nice. Can't see the number plate on that one. The Levin also sounds pretty awesome. Anyway, next to this BMW, little VW Polo Harlequin or Harlequin, this says on the back. These are quite interesting. This one's base colour would have been yellow, and obviously it's had doors and all that from different Polos, but the idea with it was they sprayed all the cars with the panels on and all that other stuff, you know, just their one colour, and they just swapped out the doors between each different one. So there we go, that'll be interesting. It was a bit of a promotional thing when the Polo came out, and I think latterly the Golf as well, Mark III. And the thing is with this, it was such a popular design that Volkswagen actually put it into production. So there we go, the Harlequin. Mercedes SLK. These are quite nice. Don't see many of these days either. Old Jaguar. Having some work done to it. Looks nice though, looks good low. E36 BMW. Little sun strip on there, looks good. Toyota's revving away. Kind of jealous of that loud exhaust, could have used one kind of driving down here earlier. Oh well, little Nissan Sunny. little bit of arch rock coming in. Rusty Arch Crew for the win. Our little Volvo GLE. Fun facts about these, if you didn't know, these aren't actually a Volvo design. This was designed by DAF of the Netherlands. But unfortunately they didn't put it into production, so Volvo did. Which is why it looks so radically different from any other Volvo out there. It's pretty cool little cars, I quite like them. Especially in hatchback form. Although this one's a saloon, so you don't see many of these as saloons these days either. Grandad Ride, that's funny. Something a little bit close to my heart. Mini Clubman 1275 GT. As I said in my mini guide video back in December, these are arguably the better Mini to work on because look how much space you got under here. Around those Mini, it sort of ends there. So the Clubman, a bit more room. That's rather good. Also, custom hinges, look. Little carbon fibre mirrors for added lightness. Not that you really need to add much lightness to a Mini really, they're pretty light as it is. Lovely graphics, I love the colour. Top marks whoever owns that one. A slammed Beetle with a chopper style bicycle on the roof. That's something different, but I rather like it. Aston Db7 Rx-4 Mazda with obviously a rotary engine or a Wankel. Yes, I can say that on YouTube because that is factual. Little manual gearbox. 5-speed. Oh, my Fiat's got more gears. Not saying it's better. Please don't kill me, Mazda Rx-7 fans. Quite cool, I like the colour. Goodbye VW campers as well. Another E36 in whites. This one looks like it's rather set up to be a drift vehicle. A Ford Pinto. You don't see many of these in the UK either. More commonly seen in the United States than over here. It's quite different. Just look how fat the rear tyres are though. They're massive, they're chunky. The interior, ooh, it's quite nice. Over here, Vauxhall Nova Saloon. Don't see many of these days either. It's quite nice. I like the wheels actually with the white and the brown in it. That suits rather nicely. What size are the rims? 15s. Ooh. Brown is an interesting colour choice for a car. Not many cars are brown. This one is, and it is embracing it nicely, and that's what Retro Ride is all about. Lovely big green American truck. I'm not quite sure who makes this one actually. F100, that means it's a Ford, and it is, because it says on the back. God, this massive loading area. It's almost as big as like your standard Ford Transit over here. Obviously the Transit is a tiny bit longer in terms of the loading bay, but geez. When you hear that American vehicles are big, oof, you think that, wow. Roadrunner, Meet Meep and all that. That's quite cool, just run past, no idea what it is. A Plymouth. That's something different. Chevy pickup truck with wood in the back. And brown. Custom Deluxe. I like this. This looks like it's been made out of old pallets. Probably has. Why not? Makes use of them. It's all these custom little touches people do to their own cars. It's what makes them unique. Come over to these cars in a minute. Cortina. It's quite nice. With a Toyota engine under the bonnet. Twin cam 16 valve. Gold top. And an Escort Mark III Estate. Again, don't see many of these days, but these would have been everywhere back in the 80s. They're very popular cars. BMW E36. Fun fact about these, this was the very first car, not this specific one, but the E36 was the very first car I came home from the hospital in when I was just a few days old. It's a 5-door as well. The one I was in was a 1.9 diesel. I'm not sure this one is though somehow. Mazda Mx5 in a very interesting paint scheme. Little metallic flake in there. Not sure how well it's showing up on camera. Quite well, evidently. But yes, that's quite nice. Many stickers on the window. Some are non-YouTube friendly words, so I can't really repeat them. That's quite nice. Little Nissan Silvia. Looks nice, especially on the gold wheels. Japanese plate on the back. I wonder if this one's been imported or whether they've just bought a Japanese plate for it. And next to it, we have a Pontiac. Again, you don't see many of these in the UK, and I can't say I know a lot about the Pontiac company, but these seats are clearly not standard in this, surely. Oh, I like that gear knob there, that's quite nice. There goes that funny little electric vehicle again. Bye-bye Beetle. Yeah, Texas plate on it. One of the people I was on the campsite with was mentioning this earlier, so I'll have to let them know that it's here. Back on this side of the track, Porsche 924 in silver with aftermarket speakers. Mounted vertically rather than longitudinally. Unusual. I like the paint on it though. Silver's a nice colour for these. Mini Cooper. This is a mid-90s one, so this would have been just around the time that BMW acquired the rights to Mini. This one's clearly been to a few London to Brighton Mini runs. Clearly a local vehicle. It's nice, I like the colour of it. And the big exhaust. Rather neat and tidy, this one. Same fuel cap as me. And it's got air conditioning. Is this one a Japanese import? Rover Metro, J-Reg. Viewers of Twin Cam YouTube channel will be familiar with these sort of things. Another BMW. Mercedes. There's another Mercedes. BMW with very wide tyres and a little Nissan Micra with a sad Sakura on the side, and I know that because it says it on the, well, above Sakura. Micra Mafia. Ooh, this one's a March. I love the colour on this one. Looks very nice. The interior, pink little racing harnesses. Very cool. Another Silvia, I feel. Here's that Beetle. You've just parked up down here. Another Silvia. Triumph Acclaim just here. British Leyland's first look at collaborating with Honda before it officially became Rover working with Honda. This little Mini here is immaculate. I quite like the sort of dishy style of mirrors. Might have to look into getting some of those for my Mini. I do like them a lot. Airbag on the steering wheel, so quite a late Mini. Nissan Bluebird, this is a 1.6 as it says on the back. Pioneer speakers, ooh, very nice. Interior looks very classical, shall we say, especially with those covers. Next up, Ford Anglia 100E. Old Fords never die, they just get faster. VW Transporter. These are getting even more popular now with the Volkswagen scene than they ever were before. Have a look on this side, shall we? Honda S2000. Honda Civic, slightly longer saloon version. A Lexus with slanted rear windows. The LS400. Couldn't quite remember what the model was in this one. Watch Netflix Cowspiracy. This one's giving off a rather clear message, I think. Quite a little angel eyes inside there. Little chaser. Peugeot 306. Loving the colour on this one, especially with the metallic paint. Not a lot of metallic flake in it, but it does look rather nice in the sunshine here. This Mini is supercharged with much orange going on. Quite like the orange hoses in this. The orange block. You can say there's only a theme going on with this one, can't you? Aftermarket sunroof, I imagine that's probably done by companies such as Webasto. Does it say? Hersteller Westmont Technic. This has clearly been to many Mini-based events. Twin fuel tank as well, it needs it with all that extra power. Next to the Mini, you've got this slightly hot-rodded Morris Minor. It's quite nice, little twin cam engine. With an engine from a Lancia, it says on there. Interesting choice to have an engine from, but probably a lot more powerful than the engine it had. The interior looks rather nice with all that style going on in there. Didn't even realise the wheels had red in them to match the paintwork. That's pretty neat. A very tidy looking car, this one, because everyone loves a black chaser. A big old Volvo. This is much more familiar as a Volvo to Volvo fans than the little 340 we saw down there. This one's a 240 GLT with a massive exhaust. Volvo 950R. Knew someone who had one of these, and unfortunately he had to take it back to the dealer a couple of weeks later after he bought it because the gearbox went on it. That was a shame. I rather liked it. It was a nice car. Mazda Mx5 again with a tiny steering wheel. BMW 3 Series with an M52 inside apparently. Let's have a quick look, seeing as the bonnet's open. Oh, that's a big beefy lump in there, isn't it? Next to that you've got a BMW 7 Series, a 728i, 1995-6-ish. 520 this one. This one's been detailed by Blitz Detailing. Liking the colour scheme on this one. That's like painted on as well, not wrap. Might be a wrap. It is a wrap. We found out we sold the mystery gang. And yellow headlight action going on with this one. I do like yellow headlights and gold, because gold is good at heat dispersal. Just another old Jaguar with what I can only assume to be a battery box in there. Similar sort of idea as the Lego one I've got on my Fiat. It's got a BMW engine under the bonnet though. Interesting choice. Looks like it's been painted by hand, this one. With a brush, not a spray gun. White wall tyres though for the win. I can never remember the name of these, but it's a Skyline with 4 doors essentially. I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments what it is. However, I do know what this is. It's a Fiat Coupe styled by Pininfarina. 20 valve turbo, this one. Of course shares a lot of its underpinnings with the Alfa Romeo GTV little coupe thing as well. These are quite cool cars. I like the colour coding onto the dashboard on the interior as well, that's quite nice. Little Mini just over there, very blingy with all the chrome. Another E36, Audi convertible with yellow paint. Bold choice of colour from an Audi. Quite like it though, something different. Now goes the Db7. Mitsubishi Evo 8. These will never not be cool, of course, made their names in rallying, especially against things like Subaru. Nice, feels warm under this. This has been quite recently driven, and probably driven quite hard, I would imagine. Honda Civic with plenty of stuff going on underneath here. Quite heavily modified. MGF. Of course, the F was MG's first little sports car in quite some time, so probably their most modern sports car to date. Volvo. Fiat X19. Never not love a Fiat X19. Tiny wheels on them. They're like little settee casters. Do like the styling of these actually. Very nice. Styled by Bertoni, so there you go. Very square, very boxy, very Italian, but very nice as well. Mazda Mx5 in blue with an oh so retro sticker in the window. Nissan Bluebird. Very slammed Mercedes. Volkswagen Passat B2 estate. Don't see many of these days either. Yellow side lights. They're quite cool though. This one's turbo diesel, although I think it's been engine swapped. Another MG midget with the plastic bumpers. This was so they could be sold to the American market, where safety restrictions were a lot more strict than they are or were in the UK. Which is why the suspension had to be raised, so the headlights were the right height for American laws as well. Fun facts. We've got a Nissan GT-IR with again a massive exhaust, modified wheels, Very grippy tyres on it by the looks of it. But this goes pretty quickly. A Golf GL Mark 1. Also very nice. Loving the colour on this one. Mini pickup in red. Wrong lights for the era, but looks very nice either way. Little Skoda. This is quite cool, definitely don't see many of those. Peugeot 306. Possibly a rally, or at least with rally style graphics. Porsche, not so much something this channel focuses on, supercars and sports cars, but very nice nonetheless. Big old Lexus. Who wouldn't like a big old Lexus? Next to that, Volkswagen, a TVR, and an old Toyota. I'm not quite sure what model of Toyota it is. Let us have a quick look. I do like the wheels on these though, this is quite nice. Toyota Corolla. Don't see many of those around either. Beetle, multicolour, or twin colour at least. Like it in the blue with those, well, that white. Renault Clio Williams next to it. Gold wheels make it stand out incredibly nicely. Large exhaust, but that's quick. This has a rotary engine. At least that's what it says on the grille. Purple gear gator. It's a Mazda Rx-4, this one. Purple theme going on all throughout. Vauxhall Nova, 5-door. Austin Healey Sprite, these are very cool. Like these little things. Frog Eye, of course, because of that little froggy face. Nissan Silvia over there. Fiat 126. I know some of you will like this car very much. I know I do. Obviously based on the styling of the old Fiat 500. But mostly sold in Poland. They're very popular over there. We didn't get them so much over here, but yeah, Poland, very popular. Another E36, slammed, big wheels, 7 Series. Honda Accord, I think? Yes, Honda Accord, SE Executive, 2 litre. That'll be the only one of its kind here. Another RX-7, Sierra Sapphire Cosworth. Yes, another RX-7, there's quite a few of them here today. Older BMW. Fiesta with twin cam engine under the bonnet. Ford twin cam nonetheless, so keeping with the brand. Same with this one, it's got a Ford Duratec. I'd imagine that's probably from the Puma. Could be wrong on that one, but I'd imagine that's where it's from. Opal Cadet, also known as the Vauxhall Chevette here in the UK. Knew someone who had one of these, although his was white. I was hoping to get a video on it not long ago, but unfortunately got rear-ended and had to be sold on. Oh well, ho hum and all that. A whole heap of classic minis. One with a little Honda motorcycle in the back. That's quite nice. Let's go and have a look at that. I love it. I love how you can get a tiny bike like that into the back of a mini pickup. That's quite cutesy. Skoda Favorit, clearly been well kept after. Yellow little spotlights, fog lights on the front. Alpha 145. Furious driving viewers will be familiar with those. Toyota, not sure what model of Toyota this is. Let's go and find out. Oh, it's a Supra. Is that a Supra? Yes, yes it is. It is a Supra. Got a Ford in here in yellow, rather nice. Another RX-7, there's quite a lot of them here. A Capri, the UK's Mustang. Another MX-5 which is for sale, this could be yours. Fiesta bonus on alloy wheels, which aren't on the bonus, I don't think. Triumph Vitesse. Tell the difference between a Vitesse and a Herald because the Vitesse has an extra set of lights. Morris Minor van, which is an Austin service vehicle. Well, it says Austin on it, so it's still a Morris Minor underneath. BMW 3 Series. Another Fiesta. very low TVR with an interesting paint colour. Now this vehicle's familiar. I'm pretty sure this was on the Isle of Wight adventure last year. I believe this particular car won an award, and the owner of it got to go up in a plane or a gyrocopter or something like that at the airfield where the show was at. So there you go, it's a very clean example of it. Of course the city, mine's also a city, but mine's a later one than this. Falcon tyres, little 10-inch wheels, those are adorable. I like the wheels on this green Clubman. Escort Mark II with spotlights on the front, Cibbies, Riley. I imagine this one's probably a Riley as well. No, it's an MG. That's the thing when British Leyland were making cars, they had so many of them which are under the same sort of brand. Different grills and all that, but you know, different engines. But they all look vastly similar. I mean, a bit of a difference. But there we go. It was just cheap to do. Here's the Cambridge. It's just come down here then. Golf Mark I and a Mark II next to each other. VW Polo bread van GT. Bread van so called because obviously it's a more van-like shape. A Volvo with a prancing moose on it. That's quite fun. Again, Furious Driving viewers will be familiar with the prancing moose. 106 GTI. BMW 3 Series Cabriolet E30. A Mustang that looks very tall. Unusual. Another bread van. Escort. MG Metro, I'm assuming. Yep, MG Metro, Unipart sponsorship logos all over it. Rather nice. Another E30 Tourer. Next to a tiny Honda. That's quite cutesy. Got a big Dodge muscle car here. And all those cars there are lining up to go on the Auto Solo. So what have we got? Got a BMW 8 Series, we've got a Daihatsu little van. Morris Minor. Fiat Panda. Oh, I love the Panda. And a Unimog, of all things, trying to do the Auto Solo. That should be interesting. Try to watch that go around. One thing that I've just noticed about this MG is just walking past is the fact it's on a P plate. Now, of course, the MG Metro never existed on a P plate, so I fully suspect this is a Rover 100 with an MG front end. It's quite an unusual choice, but it looks good. I mean, replicas and things like that, they're the easy way to get into having your dream car. There's not every car like this is accessible to everyone. This is interesting, a Moon type buggy. Fuel tank just there. Engine, I fully suspect that's from something like a Beetle. It looks air cooled. It's very basic in there. Oh, a little Groot pop vinyl type thing on the top. That's quite fun. Datsun Cherry in a very fetching shade of bronze. Now here, Datsun 140Y. Brown. Little Nissan there. People talking about it. Why not? It's a lovely day for it. We come on down to the Nissan and Datsun Sunny Club. Just the Datsun Club, it says on the little thing in the dashboard of that one. But that there's the car that Joseph Lloyd came on down here today in. It's very nice on a G-Reg. Love the little actual wing mirrors on it, although they look a bit modern for that one. The Nissan Cedric. Another Datsun. There's a lot of Datsuns down here. I don't know much about Datsun either. We've seen that one up there, haven't we? I'm just going to stop time for a minute and just let you enjoy these cars down here. That one sounds pretty mean. I do like that sort of rally spec one, that's quite cool. Just here we've got a Toyota Crown. In fact, it looks like we've got two Toyota Crowns. This one's a Toyota Grande. That's a Crown. The Grande, of course, as the Cresta in other countries. And so the Mighty Car Mods boys on YouTube actually did a video with one of these and turned it into like a drag racer, quarter mile thing. So go and check that series out if you haven't. It's got an awesome theme tune to it. Nice little Nissan. Bit mucky on the front, but that means it's used, and I approve very muchly of this. Toyota Trueno. Another Toyota Trueno. Toyota 2000 GT. Those are cool. Another Grande. Transit fitting in. Fiesta Mark II with a twin cam Z-Tech 16 valve under the bonnet. Very nice. Quite cool. Fiesta Mark I. And over here we have got a Honda Civic Shuttle. Chris, my podcasting co-host, actually nearly bought one of these a couple of years ago now, just before he bought his range of Peugeot 208s. These are quite different cars. Definitely don't see many of them, let's put it that way. Nice little Subaru Impreza here with a bit of arch rock coming in. But again, if people didn't bring these things, we'd never see them. Mini Minus, I believe that's been on the cover of Mini magazine once. It's quite a well-known one in the mini scene anyway. And down here we have a collection of Ford hot rods. These ones are especially nice. I like the way how that one's got the Ford logo lined up the right way up. Yellow, all Alpha Sud, I think. Yeah, these little hot rods are quite cool. Never really been into the hot rod scene. VW Golf Country just leaving. But yeah, never really been into the hot rod scene. But some of the designs look very cool. A big old Chevy truck has just entered the arena. And now we're at some more club stands. Over here you've got Fast Bricks UK. So it sounds like very fast bricks. Classic, approve of the name on that one. VW Jetta. That's rather neat and tidy. Oh, a Corrado. Again, don't see many of those. Got a few Porsches outside the Porsche sign. There's that BMW seen already. A Jeep. VW Polo. Golf. God, there's so much here. It's really hard to focus on something specific because they're all so unique, so different. It's hard to focus on. Oh, a Vauxhall Carlton, an early one. Or early model of one anyway. This looks long. And an Audi E2. This one's attracted quite a lot of attention due to the aerodynamic rims and interestingly styled rear spoiler. Well, there's another quite well-known Mini in the scene. He's got air ride suspension so he can raise it up and lower it as he pleases. So this is a Datsun Lower with a Japanese rising sun flag in the back. E36. Plenty of planes flying around as well. Little SL. Mitsubishi Delica, of course. Hubnut once owned one of these. Quite a nice little car, especially when they're all jacked up like that. Much Americanness over there. We've got the Imps down here. Anyway, that's a little coupe one. It's very cool. There was a Singer Imp around not long ago. I'm not sure if it's still here. That looks very nice in orange. I quite like that. Because everybody loves a white chaser. Volkswagen Caddy pickup. A Golf Mark II with a Vento front end on it. That's unusual. Skyline GTR. Two of them in fact. I think that's an R32, 33. Again, not up to date on my Skylines. Don't at me. Very nice people, very welcoming. And again, we're all here for a show, aren't we? So everyone's been friendly here this weekend. Big fans of MCM. Very nice cars. I do like the wheels on this one. Deep dish style, what are they? Borbets, that's it. But yeah, lovely people. fully recommend you go and check out their Facebook page. Unique wagons, some more Ford action, a Capri, Escorts, good times all round. Then we get over to the Lancias. Now I love Lancia as a brand. Let's go and just see what they've got here. Obviously we're a few more, but of course the auto solo's on, everybody's taking part in that, so why not? Viva Italia. Kind of wish I'd been able to bring my Fiat. It's not old enough though. Lancia Beta 2000. Fulvia in white. Tiny rear speakers. That's adorable. Lancia Delta Integrale HF. Of course, these made their name in rallying as well in the early 90s. Of course, sold in left-hand drive only. Red is the classic colour of these. Do like them in red. Another Alpha 145. This one's the cloverleaf version, the Quadrifoglio. Do like the shape of those. Lancia Fulvia. Carlos, my other podcasting co-host, he rather likes these quite a lot. So I'm sure he'll be very happy to see one of these. In fact, he'll be very happy to see two of these. Because of course, there is another one next to this one. Golf with the Vento front sleeving. Looks nice. I love the tiny plate on the front. Lancia Monte Carlo. I rather think these look a bit like a Lotus Esprit / a DeLorean. I do like them actually. If I was to have a Lancia, in terms of affordability, it'd probably be one of these over, say, a Fulvia. Although I do love the Fulvia as well. There's a lot of Lancias I'd like to own. Lancia Beta about to leave. Looks nice and white. That is one very Stanced Micra. Something tells me the Unimog's getting a bit hot. This is quite cool. Loving the colour scheme on this one. SSR TRD Potenza. I think there are a couple of cars that are getting a bit warm with their bonnets up now from doing the auto solo. Audi RS-4. We go through here. Honda CRX. In fact, two CRXs, one there, one here with a Civic in between. Notice how much squarer the older one is, but then again 80 style compared to sort of more 90s. Porsche 944 turbos. Goodbye Renault 5 Turbo 2. Very sweet, like that a lot. Toyota Celica Supra. Looks very sleek. No, bit of a stretch? Okay. This is a 1986 Ford Escort 1.1. This is a base trim. This is parked up next to me on the campsite. The guy who owns it, he's got an Instagram, Retro and Rusty, so go and check him out on that. Very cool guy, very cool car. Austin Metro in yellow, viewers of the iDriver Classic YouTube channel with her Austin Metro. They'll like this, I'm sure. Lotus XL, excellent piece of design. No, again, a bit of a stretch, too much for some? Okay. 30th anniversary edition here with a twin cam. Little Nissan Bluebird. This is quite cool. I like the little wing lights. There's also another Honda over there and a Ferrari 308. These are always cool. Sierra Cosworth, Cozza, Fiesta Mark II XR2, Capri, two 18 vans, one being a GMC, the other being Chevrolet, and of course BA Baracus is on guard to make sure everything's going to be okay. That's reassuring. Rover SD1, V8, Audi Quattros, and a 200. That's quite rare. Definitely don't see many of those these days. Trying to stay out of the way of people taking photos. Something different. A very lovely coloured BMW in the back. Big old 91, 92 reg GMC pickup truck. Very cool. Rover 100. BMW 5 Series. Mazda Mx5. Oh god, I'm not sure what this is.
Head's been off just to do the gap bit.
I'm sure somebody will know. Rover 100. Well, BMW with little tape over the headlights for racing purposes. Clearly a Lotus race car. It's nice and an A30 with John Player Special livery. That's quite cool. A HWM. Maybe more likely to fit in at something like Goodwood Revival, but still nice to see it here. Beautiful colour. I rather think this looks a bit like an Aston Martin. It's not, but it looks kind of like one, I think, especially with that big open grille at the front. Let's go and have a look at some cars just down here, shall we? Another E30 Tourer. Ooh, an RX-7 Mazda, an earlier one. That's something different, don't see many of those. Loving the wheels on it. Another BMW, another Mini. Minis are always a win in my book. Mercedes with retro ride flag and German flag. Retro S-Class on Instagram. Honda Beat. These are cool, little 3-cylinder engine in them. Tiny little key car. Quite a few of these key cars here today. None of the Honda Beat apart from this one. Big fan of MCM. I approve. I got stickers on my car as well. And another Silvia. Another Datsun. A Vauxhall Magnum with side exit exhaust. Lovely wheels, like little bullet caps on them. I say lovely wheels, they're the exact same sort as I've got on my Mini, except mine aren't split rims. Nice little red top type thing in there. It's quite cool. Little Citroen AX GT. It's cool, my uncle had an AX, not a GT, just more standard version, but many fond memories of the AX. I like how the wiper's just stuck straight in the middle, that's quite funny. Escort Mark II with a Connaught engine inside. Very shiny in there. It looks like it's been fairly recently resprayed, and I do like these graphics of the light blue and the dark blue. We'll come to the middle in a minute. A Mazda 121. It's a saloon, and a very small saloon at that. That's quite tasteful. I do like a slightly odd saloon, in case you can't tell. A BMW 8 with very purple paint. Goodbye AX. Purple paint on this. It looks very nice. Little retroized air freshener. I've got one of those as well. Little Honda Acti, little pickup type thing. This is quite cool. I love how he's got a little Lego one in the dashboards as well. In fact, he's got 2 Lego. But look at the way the gear stick's mounted. It's a good job it's only a 2-seater, not a 3, otherwise that could get quite uncomfortable. The old American thing here, a Chevrolet Chevelle. Oh, this is beautiful. Innocenti Mini. So of course, Innocenti built the classic style of Mini, as well as obviously Austin, Morris, BL, whatever you may want to call it.
Yeah, this is 2.
As you can see, standard A series in there, but with a different mounting place for the alternator. But essentially, for all intents and purposes, this is just a Italian design of the classic Mini. It's very cool. I rather like it. I actually want that. It's cool. This is fun. Little Muttley Racing, little Austin Healey Frog Eye Sprite. Paint's a bit cracked, but that's the appeal of it. Loving the wheels. Muttley Racing. There's Muttley doing his little laugh. I can't do Muttley's laugh like Don Messick can. Mitsubishi Evo Lancer. This, I think, being the 7. I want to say 7. Looks cool. Removable steering wheel. And a Rambler. It's probably what I am at the minute. This is a Mazda pickup with a BMW engine underneath there. I have had a look earlier on. But yeah, it looks rather neat. I love the paint colour of it and the tonneau cover, which is contrasting but still looks good on it. As you can see, all these things in here. A 1 bench seat, very pickup-like. But this car is for sale for £15,000. So like all the other cars here that are for sale, this could be yours if you really want it to be. It is very nice though. I'd have it quite happily if I had 15 grand to spare, which I currently don't. Another E36. Sparkly stars all over on the one side. Another Silvia with a massive cannon on the back. Escort 1.3 GL. Chris, the owner of the 1.1, just over there somewhere. He'll be very happy to see this. Looks quite heavily modified though, it has to be said. Is that the exhaust in the front? Kind of looks like it might be. Yes, it is. Blimey. It's too big to run underneath the car. A BMW, a drift spec of it. Little Honda legend just here. Lovely paintwork on it. A few blemishes, but nothing too serious particularly. Can be fixed. Lovely sunroof, lovely leather. Automatic. Just a lovely car. And a drift car that's been on the cover, I think, of Fast Car magazine. Does look nice. Love the blue and black matting to contrast it. Tasteful. Sierra Sapphire Cosworth track weapon. Look at the size of that splitter. Oh, that's crazy big. V8 4 cam in it. Retro BMW with yellow lights. Looks very cool. And curtains as well. Be very good to sleep in. Morris Minor. Looks original. Very lovely. Peugeot 306. That'll be Rally, I think. GT. I'm also better than one Nissan Peugeot, than three, one of which is just leaving. That's cool. Based off of the K10 Micro, I believe, underneath. Cool little cars. Share a lot with the Nissan Figaro and Nissan Escargot as well, which is like a little van. Got this large old Mercedes here. Looks lovely. C-Reg, late 80s. And then just hiding away in the corner over here, we've got a Dodge van and a Citroen ME8. Can't say I blame them for hiding them under the trees. It's very warm here today. Going towards the end of the day here at Retro Rise at Goodwood, but we've got one final section to look at. And here we've got Bug Brigade, many Volkswagen Beetles in many different styles, red and green. All slightly ratty looking, but I think they look cool in their own sort of little ratty way. Rusty's Garage with a dog on it. Bug Bully, pest control. More like he's having the time of his life in the seat. Massive exhaust on this one. Blimey, look at that. And a fuel can, little jerry can. Little Honda Prelude here. I like the number plates around, that's quite fun. Massive wheels. Well, I say massive, massive for the car. 16-inch. Fabric wheels, seats in it. Big old Lincoln American thing. Again, don't know much about Lincolns. Lincoln Premiers, hasn't it? It looks kind of like a Chevy Bel Air from the side. Ford Mustang Mach 1, is it? Mach 1, yes it is. Again, orange, undisputed best colour. 351. Oh, this is lovely. Lovely Mercedes here as well. AMG version. Looks sporty. A Vauxhall Carlton, not the Lotus equivalent, but a Vauxhall version of it. This one's also for sale. Again, this could be yours. And this one's quite fun. The Chevrolet panel van. That's just what it's called. It's been done up in a classic style. Like a little mural on here, it's been painted on. Big fat wheels, exhaust sticking out the side. Redneck Customs. A rope around the steering wheel. That looks awesome. I think that brings an end to our little Retro Rides weekend adventure, basically. So hopefully you've enjoyed the cars that have been here as much as I have. It's been good fun having a look around at them. It's also quite nice to get out into a car show in the sunshine and for a full weekend as well. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed seeing the cars here, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to obviously follow on social medias, links down in the description below. Until the very next video, I shall say thanks for watching, farewell.